Hi, this is Lorraine Ball from More Than a Few Words, and today we're going to talk about a content calendar. I know everybody tells you you need a content calendar, but all they ever say is you need to build one, and nobody ever really talks about how to put it together. And that's what I'm going to do here. Hopefully, by now, you have downloaded the content calendar for More Than a Few Words. If you haven't, go ahead and do that now and then come back to the video. There's a link in the show notes. All right, let's get started. As you're building your content calendar, the very first thing you need to think about are the things that are going to be consistent all year long: your brand message and your default CTA. Your brand message is what makes you unique. How do customers describe what you offer? And it is consistent all year long. You'll have promotions and other messages that'll weave their way through the year, but this one message is who you are and what you want people to know about you. More Than a Few Words is more resources for small business owners. That's going to be consistent in all of my marketing. It's going to be implied, it's going to be expressed, but that's the thing I want people to remember. Now you've got your default CTA. This is the primary action you want people to take, and it is going to be, again, consistent through the whole year. You will use it often, but not necessarily exclusively. It may not be the only call to action that you have, but you're going to come back to it time and time again. And so you take these two pieces and you put them at the top of your content calendar. You'll notice that I have my calendar divided into quarters because once I get these primary messages done, I'm really going to focus in quarter by quarter by quarter to give myself some flexibility. Also, you really need to be planning about 3 months out. I know it's January, it's February, you're ready to start working on this and you want to start getting it going now, but it takes time to build content. So give yourself some grace. If it's January, work on the March, April, May portion of your calendar. If it's February, push it out another month and do a really good job of planning that content. Eventually, you'll get in the groove. But you've got your content calendar, you have that same brand message all the way across. Now you're ready to think about monthly themes. And these are themes that support your primary brand message, but they may focus on one product or one service. Maybe you have 5 or 6 different products and you're always like, well, I need to talk about my this kind of flooring if you're a flooring contractor, or maybe I need to talk about carpeting, and I need to talk about tile. Well, you can't talk about all of them at once and expect anybody to remember them. So creating a monthly theme gives you permission to say, this month, we're just going to talk about black beans. And next month, we're going to talk about kidney beans. Or we're going to talk about web design this month and SEO next month. Whatever it is, you've got all of these different messages you want out there. Pick one for the month. And maybe your business isn't necessarily product focused, but you've got some things, some key messages that you return to over and over again, key lessons that you want your audience to grasp. Go ahead and assign those to a month each. Your monthly themes need to be broad enough to support multiple pieces of content. Your monthly theme is not one blog post, but for me, a monthly theme might be strategic planning, and then I might have 3 or 4 different discussions, examples of how to do planning throughout the month that reinforce that primary monthly theme. Once you've got your monthly theme set up, go ahead and collapse the calendar to a 3-month view. So you can kind of see a quarter at a time what kind of videos you're going to need to create, what kind of blog posts you're going to need to run. You need to think about, I've got my theme. What are my primary topics? And remember that once you create a topic, you're going to be creating content to support that topic. But not every topic is going to need a video, an audio, a blog post, a social share. And not all content makes sense every month. Maybe the theme you're doing this month, creating a poll or hosting an event, just doesn't fit. In the content calendar, you've got all sorts of options. You don't have to do every single one every month. But what you want to do is go ahead and take a look at the content. Look at what are your topics? What are we going to talk about this month? And what makes sense? Also, if you've been doing this for any length of time, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. One of the things I do when I work on my content calendar is I go look in my library. What do I already have? Do I have a video on this topic? Do I have a presentation? Oh, look, there's a great article. Maybe what I'm going to do this month is not write a new blog post, but I'm going to update an old one. Maybe some of these things listed down the side don't make any sense for you. That's okay. Create a list of content that works in your business. Does it make sense to do a quiz or a poll or run a contest, host an event? Whatever it is, go ahead and put all of that, those options there, and then start building your calendar. One of the things that I find is if I line out all 12 of my monthly themes, as I start working on it, an idea may pop into my head. And instead of rushing out to create that video or work on that presentation, I'm like, that's going to be perfect 3 months from now. And I capture the idea on my content calendar. And then when I'm ready to start working on that month's content, I've got the information. Use your content calendar as a way to keep yourself on track, to remember what you're focusing on every month and what actions you want people to take. Need more? Book an office hour with me. You can find the scheduling form at morethanafewwords.com/office hours. And oh, by the way, that's my primary CTA. See you next time.